Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Today is the 4th anniversary of the Crew 2 since the game launched in 2018. For this live summon event for a Penultimate in Season 10, we'll be ready to take on in Community Summon. Other mixture elements from Icy Xmas, Lightfall, Cross Axle Hills, No One's Fool, and the Mixmaster will be doing a 3rd anniversary themed summon to be featured after 2 previous summons like the Birthday Blitz and 3rd anniversary made its in-game appearance in June 2020 and 2021 respectively. This is going to be a very good, excellent, proud moment to have 6 events will go mixtures on every 6 discipline along with 3 skills on 2 land-based and airplane as well. For having a brand new story in Season 5, Episode 2 from Motorflix, American Legend is about to have a brand new story will go ghost riding to have some brand new addition is the Nissan Fairlady C 432 type model PS30 Under the Stars edition is now also to be available after completing with 12 steps. We'll be having some brand new different variation to have all kinds of different cars since episode 1 and 2 from the 5th season. We're about to get closer for only one more event to go before at the end of season 10, you guys. It's about to go celebration, and during the 6th season of Motorflix, it's about to go awesome to have Dominion Forsberg will be coming soon in the next update. So get ready, you guys. This is going to be a very good, proud celebration for only 6 events by having some 2 vehicles will be featured to be on the restriction. It's going to get much awesome and proud excited to have a 4th anniversary tire will be listed to be as an epic vanity item for the platinum. So let's start the party and go for the competition to climb up onto the top position to be at the platinum rank. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more, and don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the future. Now it is time to get ready to start the live summit event. Let's begin! Since I have everything caught up onto team number 50 by purchasing 80,000 crew credits, but of course it is because I should probably might have to get some actual cash, so I could probably have to do some starter pack for only 45,000 crew credits. But anyway, looks like this is going to be quite very good before at the end of episode 2 season 5 from Motorflix American Legends will be coming in towards the end. As for right now, 2 vehicles will be featured in this bundle event will go recommendation in community summon by having 20% discount in 641,759 bucks. 1 touring car, 1 street race discipline is going to be a very good, excellent celebration. We'll have to go shorter, and the longest race we'll have to take on in New York. Let's take a good opening up and have 2 vehicles on the lineup. We have a McLaren 12C GT3 2014, a touring car discipline, mid-engine layout, GT3 car class, 625 horsepower and a top speed of 206 miles per hour. First restricted event will take on in the Strip South located in Las Vegas for having a street race. 1 touring car could probably have a very good, excellent track-only competition to go for the open road, but whenever happens to have some shortcuts will go up higher for only a few chance to get up onto 100,000 points. And also for recommend number 2, the BMW M2 2017, a street race discipline, FR drivetrain layout, 370 horsepower and a top speed of 155 miles per hour. This second BMW car is going to be a very good, excellent street car we'll take on in New York from coast to coast. It's going to be the most possible achievement since we have participated in every full walkthrough or any live summit events to be featured. For having a long place, we'll have to go faster and duration to have some slight chance to go endurance. This BMW could probably have to take that challenge from the east to the west coast. We'll have to do a similarity from Need for Speed The Run. Alright, looks like This is going to be a very good price value. We'll be going reduced discount. It's going to be right at the bat, and go for having McLaren Collector to have 3 of them, and 1 BMW will be added to our collection. So let's go and take the challenge and save it for the last. For New York, we'll be doing a long race. And also added with a bonus, you can purchase the Celine S7R 2000 for only $10 and 1 crew credit to have 1 touring car discipline for the celebration of 4th anniversary in the game. So choose 8 kinds of different colors will be available to take your pick. So I'm about to go with a blue color, 1 for the rim, and there you go. That's better. 60,000 30 crew credits onto my current balance, and this one is very good to be available chosen. It takes a lot of hard work from the sequel of Night Shift to be climbed up onto the platinum, but here I am right now onto the latest video. 4488 place is now perfectly to have 1,233,126 points. And that means the platinum reward to have a Kaido O edition of the Nissan 300CS Type Model C32 along with a blinking blue underglow to be on the comment. So this is going to be a very good best JDM car after we've been participate at the financial district to be in south of Manhattan. So here we go, folks. The big challenge awaits us. We'll be having 6 mixed events, including New York. We'll be part of it. To have a long race, we'll have to go endurance to be on the sprint race. For rewards, 500,000 followers, Nitro Chemist boosted, Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Type Model C197, and a 4th anniversary tire is now coming in to have a next course on the menu. So let's do this. 3 skills first, then 6 mixed events. We'll save for the best part for the finale. It's going to be 900,999 to be as a followers to be as a main reward. It takes long trips when participate in New York for the hypercar discipline to be as original. We'll have to do the main source of the achievement after you've been participate in this event from the east to the west of the US. Let's go for skill number 1. We'll be at the canyon lens for the escape. Choosing my Bugatti Divo with the UDRS White Star will take the challenge. We'll go extreme by the reverse direction as the opposite. Let's make a U-turn here. Gonna have to speed up quickly and go for the limit. Alright, here it comes. This one is gonna get much extreme to do the quick shortcut. This one might be a very good piece of cake, just like every other YouTube players when playing in the Crew 2. Main objective complete, take that touchdown and go for the asphalt. But not to mention, because it might be quite optional, we'll do the shortcuts. But be very gentle because there are a lot of obstacles like trees and rocks, so you could probably have to stay straight. But this one might be take many attempts. We'll have to go correction and fully will achieve perfection. Now the red zone is getting up onto me, so gonna have to keep on driving and go with the shortcuts. Well, I guess that might be turns out to stop at 36.29 yards. Let's see the first attempt outcome. Close enough. Okay, attempt number 3. Let's go and take the forward route by usual. But man, it takes talented work by using an airplane. It's going to be a very good best choice. We'll have to use fast favored. We'll have to switch it up automatically before take the opposite by doing shortcuts. It takes matters of practice. It's going to have to do some discipline work. We'll have to do the main course of the example. So let's try to see how a better shortcut by only one attempt is going to have to do a perfect chance at this moment. There you go. Looks like it wasn't so hard to see how driving on land-based vehicle is going to be quite come in handy. So let's go right in. Stay steady. But the choice is going to be very hard to pick. Alright, there you go. It's 57.25 yards. That makes my record is going to be quite well achieved by the updates. But here it is. 100,000 points to be added with 1,492 points. It wasn't so bad that having extreme methods is going to be doing some hard work. One skill down, 2 more to go. Next up, Death Valley for the Solemn. By using the Rally Raid discipline, we'll go for the off-road areas. See what I mean? I spent few attempts by coverage. It's very difficult for basic and amateur players when playing in the game is going to be doing some hard work and doing some well example to go up onto the high value points in this live summit. So let's go with the Rally Raid discipline and grab my Proto Buggy 2017 will be at the go. But here comes a different kind of vanity on the UDRS Inspirtech livery. But it turns out this might be a very good variation makeover design to be adding up with some tires, underglow, and a war hero plane to be on the rooftop. So I'm about to choose this buggy and go with the Solemn will be at Death Valley will take on for the first attempt. Let's boost it up. Solemn around the gates and head over to the arena. Gonna have to keep up and go smoothly in the bag. That's more like it. Main objective complete. Slide around and take that next checkpoint to be on a Solemn. 30 seconds left. Gonna have to keep trying and go average to have a dirt gear will go smoothly. That's the ticket. Left and right, direction by direction on every course of the layout. Five seconds. Here I come on time. Multiplier and going closer to have 30,000 points by 29,970 points. So very close and record achieved. That's how off-road racing in the Doom Buggy is original. Now it takes one more skill to go, so I'm about to hop back in onto the Pilotus PC-21 for the aerobatics to be at Red Rock. Earlier at this time, after doing some hard work attempt, might be quite doing some struggle attempts to go up by over 150,000 points. So let's get ready to fly over to enter the Halo Gate. Match the figures I go. One checkpoint clear. Almost close by the second checkpoint. Come on, let's aim at it. It's gonna get much harder if I could probably have to do it directionally. Boost the nitro. Aim towards the green. That's more like it. Way to keep up for having a semi-amateur to go pro. Final stretch, here I come and take the finish line for only 95% skill complete. Okay, well, not too shabby. Flying in the sky and doing some hard work aerobatic vigor by using the air race discipline is going to be quite, turns out, come in handy. 148,095 points in skill number 3, and that means 6 mixed event is about to go challenging from easy, medium, and hard. So which mixed event should I have to go with? I should probably have to save one more for New York with the BMW M2 is going to be the perfect finish line to be on the full stretch. So let's start out to have 2 events with 45,000 bucks will go on the way. First up, touring car discipline will be at the strip south of Las Vegas by using the McLaren MP412C GT3 race car will take it to the open street track. But the answer is about one touring car discipline will take the challenge with street race cars, but however, it might be quite possible to have touring car discipline will join in and take over for only one street race event is going to be so well competitive and ordinary street legal legit. But only in the Crew 2 because it might be quite very extreme stunt performance for street cars before touring car steps in. But I also put up with a nitro chemist on the McLaren 12C GT3 to go up in about 796 horsepower and the top speed is 247 miles per hour. The handling is going to be quite going medium towards intermediate. So let's grab your GT3 race car in the McLaren 12C and get yourself prepared for a grid start. I'm so pumped up and go well competitive to have a very good excellent track only vehicle we'll take on with street cars on the road. Let's do this and reach the top 3.
You're gonna win this easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Now also for the shortcut is definitely might be the quick strategy call when using the McLaren 12C is doing some best advantage, but it might be quite doing some few less jumps before coming in to be at the airport. Let's keep an eye out and use that multicolored nitro since I have got it from fabulous Las Vegas. Take the right side and enter the hangar at the airport. Alright, not too shabby, and here comes a single jump on the ramp. Now checkpoint clear and do a quick shortcut before doing a touchdown by the next turn. Alright, not too shabby. So I could probably have to do this activity by doing a clean race. But it's gonna have to go much quicker and well extreme for the 4th anniversary live summit event. Alright, let's color up the nitro rainbow. Checkpoint clear and take the right side from the first lap. Shortcut is the key, and let's jump before several of them we might have to do some more shortcut. We'll have to go well improved by the time. Alright, that's more like it. Now here comes the jump. Now this one might be a very good, excellent under 2-minute time, and here comes my record for the first attempt. 1 minute 57 with a decimal of 493 seconds. Not too shabby, and very well catching up by 100,900 points for doing first attempt to have this GT3 race car of the McLaren 12C. 1 mix event down, 5 more to go. Next up for the hypercar, we'll be taking on Debo with a UDRS White Star. We'll get back on board after doing some hard attempts from the Canyonlands escape. But of course, I just spent many few attempts. If I could probably have to come up with a thinking idea, we'll be doing some much better high advantage to go up by exactly under 10,000 yards. So I'm about to get ready because let's have a 4 hypercar battle. We'll be on the track. We'll go underway for event number 2 as a mixed event category. We'll step up and go competitive to see how vanities to be fully well customized. So let's do this. A 4-car showdown. We'll go for the same hypercar discipline to be in the top 3 position.
You're so gonna win this one.
Here I come. Dive in onto turn 1. And go correctly to have a curved straightaway. We're having some slight advantage towards sector number 2 at the checkpoint. Gonna have to find my line and be strategized to go faster to the limit. But good thing I just always use the Bugatti Depot to have my main role as a hypercar category, just like the GT by Citroën and the C7 Corvette CR1 with the same UDRS livery. But also to have different variation is going to be quite very well created for myself. So let's stay on track and go 4 laps around in a Giants racetrack. To be on a different layout is going to have to do some hypercar-tastic moment. Boost up the nitro and go light velocity towards the next corner. There you go. Checkpoint clear and go right on to the left corner position. Okay, take that next straightaway before going up onto the steep terrain by the corner. Boost up the nitro. 8 seconds with a decibel of 111. Fantastic work. Now looks like it's lap number 2 before proceed on to lap number 3. 25% amount per lap is going to have to do some technique work for hypercar. But clearly, as a crew, by using any hypercars, including the McLaren Senna, we'll be doing a perfect opportunity to see how challenging and faster we'll have to race each other to see who will prove to be the fastest. On this event, it's going to be doing spectacular to have a second 45,000 bucks reward will be coming for us after we have finished for only 4 laps in this track. So we're getting closer at the end of lap number 3. Lap number 4 will be coming up. Gonna have to do that power slide. Nitro is good to go by having a 75% to go on. Keep it up. Looks like my Bugatti Divo has proven to become a star. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep on driving and aim towards the next area to be at the finish line. Direction is now opening, so I have to take it. I have to take it and go will achieve on the total time by the record. Solid fine work. Fast tourist for the hypercar and made it on time to be in the top 3 position to be end up onto first place. That's the spirit. New record and 45,000 bucks to be well earned to be received as a prize. 2 mix event is now checked and complete. 4 more to go. Now, let's see which discipline will be coming up for the next event to be on monster truck events. What will it be? It's gonna be on the air race or demolition derby. Alright, looks like air race it is, so looks like give or take that one might have some very off-road events. We'll have to go extreme to have one plane will take the action. So now the Pilotus PC21 is checking complete after doing some temporarity for a mount. So let's go with a Harman Rocket HR3 2018 with a UDRS Aerial Sport. We'll have to go fly in the air. Speaking of flying, that one might have to go riskier. We'll have to do the same element just like from the Great Sand Dune. So let's get ready and take off before the monster trucks will go first. Alright, looks like this is going to get much intense. Aim towards the checkpoint. Make sure have a touch to go before doing the optional. Time to go boost up the nitro. Here it comes. Alright, looks like fly low and go for the open areas to be on the west area. Wow, that was so close. But here it comes. Gonna have to keep up the pace. Flying around in the skies for this event is gonna be doing some tested challenge. When using an air race discipline, is all about doing some flying hard work to go faster and upper hand like the monster trucks. But we're getting closer. Pass through onto the halfway mark in about 70% to go. Okay, fabulous work. Checkpoint clear without a touch and go. I'm so flying and go alive. Final stretch. This is gonna be it. And finally made it on time in Ghost Town. Road to Platinum and challenge complete by doing some more motor stars after collecting some tiers for having some 50 content. Now that's a piece of cake for flying in the eyes for the sky in Wide Wide West. So fun and fantastic to be climbing up onto the gold ring before the platinum is going to be directionally to be at top 11,000. So now currently to be at rank 18,634 place to be on the gold rank. So next up, let's get ready to go wrecking havoc for the demolition derby we'll take on for having some all or nothing risk. But there's no need to smashing around because a sprint race in the south of Miami for only 4 demolition derby cars will take over. I'm so pumped up and get myself prepared by having a very good, excellent, extreme demolition derby race to be in the city. But it will might have to do some wrecking up around in the places, so choose any kinds of demolition derby cars whenever we like to pick. So I have to go with a Dodge Charger RT Hemi with a UDRS livery number 25. The Minotaur will go asserting will have to be in the position number 1 to take the lead. I've been waiting for this for doing this best hardcore racing action when using demolition derby cars.
3.
Grid start to be in the alleyway before the finish line. We'll have to do a final touchdown. So let's kick it up and go for having an excellent run.
You're a rock star.
Gonna have to go well boosted. Here comes the jump. Yeah. Go for the drip and take that checkpoint to go for the left turn. Gonna have to keep my old dog together, you guys. I'm talking about the Charger, but it takes many handling skills after doing some hard wrecking from the arena. Let's go crash the party. Driving on the beach and stay on to have this good correctional pave to be at the area route. Okay. Definitely, I just barely slammed by the tree. How same old me from the very beginning. Okay, there you go. Now let's take that next checkpoint before take that directional towards the alleyway. Halfway there. Looks like my Charger just barely took him out of beating. But it will might have to take the jump. Oh yeah, now let's smash some objects. Some say Demolition Derbies really wants to crash the party for the Monster Truck event. It's gonna get much wild and well fun to enjoy. Okay, that's the spirit. Now take that splash on the water. Checkpoint clear and get back onto the streets. We're almost there, you guys. In about 10% to go remaining in the progression. That we might have to take one last final stretch before doing a touchdown. We'll have to do an excellent jump. And here it comes. Touchdown by the finish line. Yeah, looks like that was so awesome and well fun to have a donut spin to go victory. But it might be quite doing fun unless it could be quite possible to have much faster to be on the different demolition derby cars will go up in about 100,000 points. So 4 events down, 2 more to go. Save it for New York where the BMW M2 will have to do a final stretch. Next up, hovercraft time will be at the Uber Dam. I'm so very excited about hovercrafts will be featured for having a first time ever for doing the second time or the third time in the live summit event for having this very good excellent practice moment after spending some collecting parts for doing some live rewards. But not to mention because the timeline might be quite also to be part of it to have some extra loot to be on the epic and legendary. But so very close to get up onto 80 per level to be update on the Proto XT3 where the UDRS hovercraft team is now correctionally to be at 340 horsepower with a top speed to be average to be at 97 miles per hour. So let's hop on board. Grinding around is going to have to do some technique work to see how it turns out.
Come on, you can do it!
Let's hit the waters and go grinding to have some very good fun time out there. So you see, this strategy is about staying on the water without going ground time. That's how whenever happens to see how any direction by every route of the spot when doing this part of the competition race by using the powerboat disciplines. Temporarily for having hovercrafts is going to have to do some more speed. So let's keep it up and go sliding when doing the next checkpoint on the go. Okay, gain some separation. In about a few more yards to go before we're about to take the jump on the Uber Dam. Save some nitro. If you can probably have to use the nitro canvas, could probably have to do the optional way. Alright, here it comes. This is where the fun part begins. Oh yeah, now give me some good nitro refill! Did you just see it? I just barely touched the ground before going splash on the water. That was so extreme and fully well fun a bit. Yeah! Hovercrafts is so very fun to enjoy when driving on the water is gonna do some handling work to be sliding and grinding like a surfboard. And also to have paddleboard and kayak might be quite doing some calm activity. Well, of course, I guess summer season is still here because it gains some good hot moments to be on the summer time. So let's get ready to go and do that jump. Final stretch, here I come. Let's take the right side and pass through onto the red buoys by the contact. Alright, looks like I have made it. First place on the podium. Very good and hard work to be well achieved. So now, it takes matter of practice by exactly around time in 2 minutes and 35 seconds with a decimal of 0.995 seconds. I'm so very good at this for driving hovercraft, you guys. It takes matter of practice for myself for doing the full walkthrough later on in the future. But clearly, however, I'm currently to be at icon 1659 to be currently to be moved on towards icon 1660. But I'll make sure if I could probably have to save a clip before taking on in New York, we'll be doing the finish line for only one more event. Okay, let's get ready to go for the final event in Community Summit, folks. New York for the BMW M2 will go coast to coast, from the east to the west. This is where it all comes down to this, you guys. This is going to be my part of the training exercise before doing the full walkthrough in the hypercar discipline. Only one car is going to be perfectly for the chance, but it will might have to do some hard work by many few attempts if things might have to go correction by exactly around 40 minutes in the total time. So here it comes right now, and this will might have a very good customization variation on the BMW M2 2017. 621 horsepower, top speed 227 miles per hour, per level at 280 with a nitro chemist. Let's do this. Let's do this, and this will be a finish line for myself in this part of the video, you guys. Community Summit is a perfect 4th anniversary in this game, you guys. So let's go.
Listen to the engine. It's saying, let's win.
Okay, this will be the intense showdown to have one BMW M2 versus 7 hypercars. We'll take a long trip, we'll have to go for the highway, and there might be several routes will be followed by every checkpoint. But this underglow will have to catch me as I can. Very good and very surprising for having a message for every hypercar racers. Now, let's have a good look at the interior view. It looks so good, just like any kinds of BMW cars like the M4 was actually to be made in 2014. BMW just actually to be come up with some M series like the M3, M1, M4, and also to have the M2 was introduced in 2016. But clearly, this vehicle is the number 2 will be part of the M series, was also to be titled to have some different kinds of road cars to have the M5 and the M8. But it looks pretty cool. And different kinds of functions like any kinds of BMW cars will be part for this part of the model. So let's go right in and boost up. Nitro is going to be quite very good to be needed to be at the straightaway. So 5% in the progression is about to go longer. But I know this is going to be very boring, but you could probably have to skip the part until finishing up onto the finish line. But there might be some few strategies on how to beat New York by using the BMW M2 2017. Might be doing some main opportunity to be part from places to places to have this hypercar event to be temporarily to be as a mix. But it's very good at drifting. Okay, that's more like it. More clean racing, more follow route. Now take that next turn over here. Okay, looks like that might be quite very loosened up on the edge. After leaving New York, we're heading off into the forest of the East Coast. We'll be at Coral State. Let's hang on and keep driving in without getting spotted by some deer, and also to have the doe. Oh yes, looks like the red line is going imported. Good thing I just put up the vanity before the start of this clip. How very epic and go awesome. There goes the checkpoint. Now for the street. The street is going to be very tricky for hypercars. Let's see how it turns out for only one street car. Could probably have to take that course to be on the main area of the route before enter to be at the town. But here it comes. This part of the town should be quite passed by. Okay, looks like the roundabout just barely slowed me down. Get back on top. Okay, 10% in the progression for only 90 more to go remaining. Since you guys have remembered this event by the original, it might be turns out to become very piece of cake by under 30 minutes, or exactly to be at 25 minutes. It's gonna have to do some hard work until the main update to be changed up before it'll have to become normal and fully well stable balance for this part of the hypercar event to be at New York from coast to coast. It's gonna have to do a long journey, so we could probably have to keep driving and go for the long distance. Well, of course, this is going to be my first time ever in this event by using this part of the streetcar with the BMW M2 2017. Here we have entered to be at the Midwest. New Harlan is now arrived to be on the next destination. Very good. Save by touching the ground and keep on driving to be on the same route to be exactly to go for the next mileage distance. Let's make a stop here. Going in to take the street after exit the road by doing the left direction. There might be several hills around, so we could probably have to take a chance and go refill with the nitro. Very good recovery. The hypercars could catch me when I can. So let's see how the distance is going to be very much longer. I hope I could probably have to keep an eye out for having a green gap distance for the total time. Going epic and go velocity. Here we have the mountains over here located in the mountain states of America. So we could probably have to take a left turn here and go for the next checkpoint. Ohio Roadside Giants. Next area to be designated to be on the state. Okay, keep going. Looks like my BMW M2 is doing good for doing a lot of speed. Pass by the gate entrance of the USB toward east. Bluegrass region, here we are. Okay, let's take that turn and go for the straightaway to be back onto the Bluegrass region. In about a few more miles to go before we're about to be arrived at St. Louis, you guys. But here it is. Right over there is the Gateway Arch. Fabulous and beautiful landmark. I hope I could probably have this very spotlight for doing a photo op souvenirs on the Gateway Arch. So let's take the off-ramp and go for doing the next turn. Perfect turn. Now let's go driving to have a next destination to be at St. Louis to be at this area. Here comes Mother Wheel 66. Let's take that course and do an excellent, just like having a street race event. Gonna have to slow down and move on to have that next extra checkpoint. So how am I doing? Almost there to be at 25% in the progression for only 75 to go. Here we have some good hills for rally motocross to do some jumps. Still in the middle of Mudder Road 66. And here comes Chicago, you guys. We're about to go right in to have the downtown city in about a few more miles to go. Kick it up again on the nitro and stay on this area without losing control of the grip. Checkpoint clear, and here we are. We're about to pass by Chicago, you guys. The route will take us until we can probably have to keep driving. So let's see how the hypercars is actually doing. Well, it takes a while because the gap distance is going to be going much longer in about 1 minute. Let's pass on to the rail crossing and keep going. 7th gear, here I go. Coming in towards the bridge, and here comes Dairyland on the next area in the Midwest. Now, 10 minutes since the start of the coast-to-coast race event, 1 street race and 7 hypercars can actually have to go for the long distance for having a journey. But it takes 1,000 miles. We'll have to get over to the west coast of America. Could probably might have to do some stop at the gas station. It's gonna have to take a while. So let's make that good turn onto the left at the next street. Avenue corner, here I come, and go for the next checkpoint in about a few more yards to go by the remaining. How often does your record could probably have to take much longer to be on the update? Let me know that you can probably have to beat New York from coast to coast in the hypercar event to have 1 street race discipline to be featured in the community summon. Well, of course, this one is very challenging and popular for the Crew 2 players who will go expert for having a long endurance for having a sprint race. But here we have passed by on the freestyle area where we have participated in the monster truck event. There goes the checkpoint, and keep driving on to the next road. We arrive at Dakota Glasslands for the next area in the Midwest. Okay, very good. Keep the straightaway as I please. Alright, looks like we got some buffalo pass by. Now let's go for the right turn at the next street to be at Botlands. Silver Hills National Forest. I hope we can probably have to pass by Mount Rushmore, you guys. Hold on. Let's make that minor setback turn. Almost forgot about it. Just like Latrell's Car Part 1. Okay, that was a moose. I just barely saw a moose pass by on the road to be crossing through. But man, very good to have that U-turn technique to go back on track. Alright, so looks like 13 minutes since the start of the race is going to be going much longer. I bet I could probably have to keep speeding up and do some cornering by pulling up the brake. Very good drift. Now, looks like we're about to get closer to have this intersection to be entered to be at the highway. Let's move on to proceed. Let's take the exit onto the off-ramp and go over the on-ramp. Okay, looks like this part of the area that I have never been to. So here we are. We arrive at Yellowstone, you guys. Pass by to be located in the Mountain States. Gonna have to go boost it up. Stay on this right side of the highway with no traffic. I wonder where are the hypercars doing? They haven't lost touch before doing the next checkpoint. We'll make sure that the green highlight will notify me on which minute of the gap to see where it's at. So let's keep going. Staying on the highway is going to be a very good road trip for only one streetcar. Could probably have to keep driving around. But take a good look at this nice, wonderful mountain in the US. So beautiful. The grass is very nice and normal, and the snow is also to be covered out to be on top of the mountain. But I bet if I could probably have to go to the Mountain States someday for having a summer vacation. But it's so beautiful. So beautiful to have a nice Mother Nature in America, to have a nice natural climate. But I really wish the Mountain States would have to stay on the normal area just like the Crew 2. It's so beautiful and lushful to have this environment. So here we're moving on to take this tunnel straightaway before coming out to take the next area by the route. I'm still in Yellowstone before exit out before moving on to take the Jackson Hole Valley. Here I am right now, coming out into the tunnel and have that very good nice view out there to be on the elevated bridge. Wow, I can see Las Vegas over here, you guys. So lovely and magnificent. No matter how wonderful environment in the United States of America, to be part in the Mountain States is going to be so beautiful. Beautiful and kindly to have all kinds of trees and mountains to be on the forest. Okay, gonna have to keep trying, but I'm still working on it to have this part of the clip to be on the full video. Alright, let's go and press on to be in the Jackson Hole Valley after doing the road trip on the highway. The Jackson Hole Valley is part of the most wonderful forest in the Mountain States of the US. Clearly to have roads and few highways to be on the mountains. But clearly there might be some several residential buildings or also to be placed nearby. Okay. Looks like 6 miles until I could get over to Salt Lake. Gonna have to go right in to drive like a mountain pass. Take the downhill for the BMW M2 I go. But I can't wait if I could probably have to get 100,000 points by the chance without having a replay. This one might be a very good important moment for this live summit, you guys. Just gonna have to keep driving, go faster, and push it to the limit without doing some shortcuts to stay on the asphalt. But here we are, we just passed by. It's the ski resort. Okay, now I've arrived at Salt Lake Resorts. Clearly they have a nice lushful environment with no snow in it. But luckily, mostly people really want snow to be coming back in the winter season of this year. They could probably have to go and have some fun by playing snowman and making some igloo. Guess my eyes are about to get a little bit burned up. I know I've been playing this for this part of the clip in about 18 minutes. I'm still trying, but I could probably have to go along halfway there in the middle of US to keep driving around in the mountain states. I could probably have to keep holding out as long as I can. There you go, checkpoint clear, and take that next turn. Okay, too soon. I should probably might have to go early break. And here I am, folks, Salt Lake City, downtown. Take that quarter-mile distance and take the left turn before going right back onto the highway towards Las Vegas in the next destination. Here we have a Great Salt Lake to be passed by, to be located around in the city, you guys. Look onto the right side of the map. Beautiful and large lake in Salt Lake, you guys. Let's go and take the highway as I please. Okay, looks like 20 minutes has been come a long way from New York to the Mountain States to be leaving Salt Lake City. Let's go up, climbing up the mountain onto the highway before catch up onto the checkpoint in about 400 yards left. Farewell Mountain States of the forest environment, and hello Desert Valley to be at Las Vegas. Alright viewers, as you may have your attention please, here we have Las Vegas onto your right in about a few more miles distance in 2.3 miles at the checkpoint before at the next destination. Several hypercars are barely trying to catch up onto me for only a few more length of the gap distance in about 2 minutes. But however, 7 hypercars are still racing up onto each other while the BMW M2 is still currently to take the lead. Now coming in about 1.10 miles left to go before take the off-ramp, and here comes Las Vegas to have a bright light city to be at the nighttime. And this time, daytime is going to be a normal commute for only several people who also live here. Let's take that next street at the left, and let's go on to be at the Strip. Okay, looks like the import line is doing good. I bet I'm about to go to the old Strip. Fremont Street, pass by, and coming out to have that next destination to be at the off-ramp session. Passing in onto the intersection of the junction onto the highway, while we could probably have to keep dropping onto the road. So let's go over to be at Death Valley, outskirts of Las Vegas, Nevada. Checkpoint clear, so I'm at 67% in the progression. Gonna have to keep up and go driving like a pro to be as a proud expert from coast to coast. To have a nice directional area, we'll have to keep driving towards the west. Okay, very good. Nice uphill climbing, cornering. I bet I could probably have to do some more nitro time, you guys. I could probably might need to spare more time. Okay, 20 more minutes. Wow, looks like it's gonna get very longer. It feels like I'm playing Need for Speed to Run without stopping, but destination by destination from west to east is definitely might have to go for the opposite. Well, it is definitely might be the opposite in the Crew 2 because this event is very longer and challenging. So now I'm at 71% in the progression. It's gonna get much closer if I could probably have to take the third stop at the area for only 25 to go remaining. But still, I could probably have to keep driving if I could probably have to get over to the finish line on which destination should I have to stop at. So here I am, West Coast, America, to be at the West Canyon, followed by High Sierra Mountains, as you may ever pass by to be seen to be located around in the Trial Mountain. So let's go forward and take that very good, excellent route. Slow down and take that recovery. We'll get back on track. Okay, High Sierra still in play. Very good, but still takes many handlings if I could probably have to go quick recovery. Almost to be at 75%, and here I am. 25 to go remaining, you guys. It's gonna get much rougher and longer to have some tight corners to be around places to places in America. But it's all about explore racing in the game is gonna do some experience to get to know about these places in the US. So let's go to the bridge, and here comes Yosemite at the west coast to be at California. Hang on. I bet this road is actually to be look like to have a different kind of the mountain pass. Here we have Great Basin to be entered to be on the next area to be at the mountains. 27 minutes since the start of the race. Only 3 more minutes to go because it's about to have 30-minute total time. Okay, let's try to keep calm and try to speed things up a bit. I know how the audience have actually watched this part of the video is going to be very longer to take. So I'm coming back onto Yosemite and keep driving. And here comes the downhill to be on the slope. Now let's take that left turn and follow on to the main route. Okay, looks like in about a few more miles until I could get over to be at Gold County. Just gonna have to follow the sign to be going faster, so looks like going in onto Tahoe Forest. "28 minutes, so let's go forward and take the downhill to be on the mountain pass. Let's do this and do some drifting when taking the downhill. Gonna have to go driving to have the next checkpoint to be going separately. But it'll have to take 11 miles, so I could probably have to get to Midtown. Okay, very excellent technique. Now coming back on to Yosemite. Okay, looks like the column of the barrier just barely slows me down. That might have to be decrease the amount of time to go up onto 100,000 points. But this part of this curved hairpin might be quite doing perfectly for drifting. There's the gas station pass by. There's no need to stop, just keep driving. It's all about strategy to beat the main time by exactly over and under 40 minutes of this amount of endurance time to go for the long trip. Okay, looks like there's the platform ramp as you may ever saw from Motorplex the game. That's where the stunt area was used to be to become as a very good, awesome performance. But we can probably have to participate at any time when we have to do some free time. So let's go right forward to take that next road to be currently onto the area route. Checkpoint clear, 86% in the progression. We'll have to get forward to be at 90% remaining. For only 10% remaining when we're at 90% at the progression. So let's go driving on that bridge. Keep it up. It's all about doing some time trial by taking the rush. Gonna have to stay on this lane. Okay, looks like it's over 30 minutes since the start of the race. I should probably have to keep going. But there it goes. Looks like we got some good several people coming in, cheering me on. Okay, looks like another checkpoint. Just a slight surprise. Now, let's go steep up the hill. 10% to go remaining, you guys. I can do this. I could probably beat that time by under 40 minutes if I could probably have to go correctly to be at 35 minutes to be on the total time. The longer it takes, the faster. It should be quite very challenging to be on the asphalt. It's all about practice to go places to places from the east to the west. Now arriving in at Central Valley in the west coast of California. I'll make sure I'll have not to use the ramp. Gonna have to stay on the road. In about a few more miles to go. Arriving in Sacramento. But don't get yourself confused. Just drive anywhere on every direction when you're in Sacramento. This city is going to be my favorite part when entered in the West Coast. There you go, not so bad, but it wasn't so hard, just gonna have to go directionally to keep on right. Okay, let's do the opposite. Take that exit off ramp. going faster and do the highway to have the different approach to be on the same way. Well, I wonder how the hypercars is doing. Well, no longer gap distance, haven't lost touch with me since the last time since I ever driving on the same area to be on a different route. But it's definitely might be going a long way to go for doing a longer challenge. But here it comes. The total lap time in the sprint course is going to do some hard work of racing in about 34 minutes. Finish line is just up ahead, and this is where the final destination at the end of New York Hypercar event, San Francisco. From New York City to San Francisco. It's going to be so proud and longer places to go forward to have a very good, excellent, long race, you guys. Only in this live summon is going to be a #1 golden opportunity to have this achievement will be well earned. Let's take it to the limit one more time. Here comes the Golden Gate Bridge. Gonna take it. And one last final push. Oh yeah, looks like I have made it. The New York to San Francisco journey. It was so very well fun to enjoy, you guys. And there it is. 100,000 points to be added with 11,053 points. Boy, what a long race. What a very long race in the Community Summit. Hopefully, if things might have to turn out to become brilliant, if I can probably have this achievement earned to be on the full walkthrough. But thankfully, finally made it to be at rank 4,331st place before at the end of Community Summit is over. So now it turns out to become very excellent to have other events to have easy, medium, and only one more to be on the hard difficulty is going to become the #1 hard challenge of the week. This will be my first time ever to participate from New York City to San Francisco to have this event by using the BMW M2 is doing a longer journey trip to have different places on cities as we've ever seen pass by. But luckily, it was a lot of fun and strategized to have a very good focus on the road whenever we have to keep on racing to stay clean. So how often do you guys really think about for participate in the Community Summit? It takes many attempts by having a few more chances is going to be so remarkable to have 6 mixed events on different discipline for only 3 skills will be racked up and go higher to climb up to be updated onto some few points by exactly over 150,000 points is going to be doing some excellent hard work and strategize to choose your favorite discipline between on land-based, water-based, and air-based to go for the Wild Wild West with the monster truck discipline is going to be so epic and piece of cake. So it's going to be a much proud moment for the 4th anniversary in the live summit, folks. The Crew 2 can't wait to probably have to celebrate the 5th anniversary by next year. So right now, one more event to go before at the end of Season 10, Space Odyssey. All kinds of different rewards, including the Aerial Atom exterior parts, legendary Hapset boosted for the drift discipline, and a blue Shockwave smoke for the epic. How awesome to see how science fiction is going to be doing some themed live summon for the next video will be scheduled coming up soon. So we got some good discipline like Hypercar, Street Race, Rallycross, Alpha Grand Prix, and Touring Car discipline to be as a mixed event. Well folks, I'm so very excited about the next update after the end of Season 10 Space Odyssey for only one more live summit event on June 29th through July 6th. We'll be doing Dominion Forsberg, Motorflix Season 6 Episode 1 after Episode 2 from Season 5 American Legend. We'll be having one more story to go and the lucky guy is going to be the 16th time ever. So let's see how different clues and discoveries so we could probably have to get everything ready to go before the awesome moment will be waiting for us coming soon. Let's wrap this up before at the end. Thank you for watching on my video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like DeviantArt, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.